students, and welcome to a unit on software evaluations. In examining the evolution of software evaluation, it is important to start at the beginning, where it all started, and understand what was its focus. Because in the 1980s, technology was not very sophisticated and was still emerging. Software evaluations quickly began to focus on technical aspects of the software, almost completely ignoring the pedagogical contributions to the educational software. Slowly over time, pedagogical considerations became prime and at the forefront, but this took a lot of time and trial and error to realize by evaluation experts. In this module, we will look at the software evaluations that existed in the 1980s and look at the first software evaluation that focused on pedagogy. Analysis questions. In your tutorial group and in WebKF, I would like you to reflect and think about the following questions. What do you think early 1980s software evaluations focused on? 2. Why do you believe this to be important? 3. What should educational software evaluations focus on in your opinion? And 4. Why those features? Early teacher-centered software evaluation guidebooks. It was in the 1980s when the first software evaluations emerged in the form of checklists and guidelines on technical features. It has been discovered that these consumer guidebooks first appeared around 1982. These documents included Educational Software Directory, Subject Guide to Microcomputer Software, the Educational Software Selector, and the Yellow Book, A Parent's Guide to Teacher-Tested Educational Software. A detailed listings of these published directories of software evaluation is provided by Crovello, 1984, in his book, Evaluation of Educational Software. These guidebooks were simple, providing companies' names and addresses along with lists of programs divided up by a subject area. The target audience was K-12 teachers. Early teacher-centered guidelines. The first educational software evaluations for teachers came in the form of guidelines and checklists. Evaluation guidelines were generally short, published articles describing the teacher's attitudes towards software evaluation. As mentioned at the introduction of this module, in many of these articles and books, technological considerations were placed at the forefront. Problems with early teacher-centered educational software checklists. According to Caffarella, 1987, and others, teacher guidelines prompted other educators to formulate a clearer, more concise approach to evaluation. Unquote. These first steps towards a methodology came in the form of evaluation checklist or evaluation form and quickly became the standard in educational software evaluation. It is important to note here that the checklists were often long and extremely technical and focused heavily on the technical aspects of the software. New focus of educational software evaluations on pedagogy. Caffarella, 1987, placed the educational goals of the program at the top of the evaluation form, but still dedicated a great deal of evaluation form to technical considerations. Likewise, Marling and Alston's 1987s were one of the first evaluation designers to include educational concerns as the main subject headings. They developed a 4-point criterion-based evaluation system in contrast to the prevailing checklist method. Their methods highlighted the following 4 aspects of the software program. 1. Pedagogical content. 2. Instructional presentation. 3. Documentation. And 4. Technical adequacy. Despite putting pedagogical content first, it has been argued that they paid lip service to this in actuality, as these checklists were still dominated by technical considerations. Synthesis questions. As we bring this module to a closure, I would like in your tutorial group and in WebKF to discuss the problems with early educational software evaluation guidebooks, guidelines, and checklists. Why is having a technical focus a problem, or is it, in your opinion? If you had to design a software evaluation checklist or guideline, what features would you want your evaluator to look out for in the design of your software? Why is that important to you? Good luck!